ज्योति जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। ओम शांति, ओम शांति, ओम शांति। ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्म मुख से मधुर वाणी, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे, ओम ओम। ओम की इस मधुर ध्वनि से किया परिवर्तन। प्रेम शांति सिखा के बदला सभी का जीवन। आदि देव प्रजापिता श्री, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्मा मुख से मधुर वाणी, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे, ओम ओम। सोहनी सूरत मोहनी मूरत, ज्ञान के मोती। भव्य मुख पर चंद्रमासी, चमकती ज्योति। दिव्य दर्शन दिव्य वाणी, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्मा मुख से मधुर वाणी, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे, ओम ओम। विश्व में थी पाप की जब घटा छाई, तब विभूति आप जैसी धरती पे आई। एक तार में बंध के सारे, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्मा मुख से मधुर वाणी, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्मा मुख से मधुर वाणी, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे, ओम ओम।
Om Shanti. Today Bab Dada Baba tells that Baba is the ocean of love. So you children also must become the master ocean of love. Baba says the love that is found in the world, that is not the true love. That in fact you will experience sorrow with that. So Baba says in this Baba's world, Baba's love will enable us go to that new world. So Baba draws our attention towards, you shouldn't pay attention to irrelevant things. You shouldn't have faith even. Some have very good habit of just spreading the messages with which you will just spoil or the attitude of that person. We are the instruments for the constructive tasks, not for the destructive things. What are we establishing? We have to work towards bringing that harmony among ourselves, to bring two hearts closer. That is, we should have good wishes for each other, not bridging that gap between two people by spreading rumors or by doing something which is not right. Mama used to always ask, Baba has said this for me. So Mama always tells us to get it verified, because the perspective with which one just gives that message to you and the perspective with which the things are actually told, that there will be a difference and there will be a lot of misunderstanding. Of course, obviously, then we will not have that percentage of love for that person. So that's why Baba says you shouldn't have any attention towards any of the things except what Baba teaches you, and always be in Baba's remembrance and listen to what Baba says, and you also remind others to be in the pilgrimage of remembrance. So let's listen to Baba's Murli, and today's date is 14th May. The essence: sweet children, just as Baba is the ocean of love and no one in the world can love you as much as he does. Baba says no soul has that capacity to love another soul as much as Baba does. So you children also have to become the same as the Father, and you shouldn't upset anyone. Question: with which type of thoughts can you keep the mercury of your happiness high? Because as are your thoughts, so will be your stage. So Baba tells what type of thoughts must be created which will enable you experience happiness always. Answer: the first one, we are now filling our aprons with the jewels of this knowledge, and then all of those minds will become full. Baba says we are filling our aprons with the jewels of the knowledge. There in the golden age we will build golden palaces. Second, this Brahman clan of ours is the most elevated. Baba says this is the most elevated. We are listening to the true story of true Narayan, that is the story of immortality, and then we relate it to others. If you continue to have such thoughts, the mercury of your happiness will remain him. We are here to do the business as Baba carries out his business activities. So, Shanti, you children are sitting in the remembrance of the Father. You received the Srimad, that is these are the most elevated actions. The pilgrimage of remembrance is very sweet. Of course, we all have that experience. So, Baba's remembrance makes our heart so sweet. And you children understand number-wise according to the efforts that you make. The more you remember the Father, the sweeter you will find Him, because He is the saccharine. The more you remember the Father, the sweeter you will find Him, because He is the saccharine. Only that one Father loves you, whereas all the rest beat you. All over the world, people continue to reject one another. The Father loves you, for only you children know Him. So Baba says, the one who loves you children know Him. So the world knows all the rest who beat them, who give them sorrow, but they don't know about the Father who loves them. So just look at our life, where we are the ones who will just swim in that ocean of love. The Father says, whatever I am, however I am so great. Just tell how great is our Father. Can anyone say how great is Baba? So you say that he is just a point and no one knows Him. Your children also repeatedly forget Him. You say that on the path of devotion you used to worship big images. Now how can we remember a point? Only a point would remember a point. We children used to say that we were worshipping the big images. So Baba says the original form of the soul and the Supreme Soul is just a tiny point of light, and we must stabilize ourselves in our original forms and then remember Baba. Your souls know that we are points and our Father is the same. A soul becomes a president or a soul becomes a servant. So it is souls who play a part. The Father is the sweetest of all. Everyone remembers Him. O purifier, the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness, come. You children now have the faith that the one whom you call a point is very subtle, but his praise is so great. Just imagine what's the form of the Father and what's his praise. All the people sing the praise of Him being the ocean of knowledge and the ocean of peace. They don't understand how He comes and gives happiness. Each of you, sweetest children, can understand who follows Srimad and to what extent. You receive Srimad, each one of us knows. Because Baba has given the guidelines for at the mind, that is at the subtle level as well as at the gross level. So you receive Srimad to do service. Many people are ill and deceased. There are many who are healthy. You people of Bharat know everyone in the golden age has an average lifespan of 125 to 150 years. They all live life in full. This is a completely, you don't find untimely death there. That's why Baba says. So Baba just doesn't give inheritance of 21 births, but the inheritance of 21 generations, because we are the ones who will be leading such lives. This is a completely dirty world and it will only last for a short time longer. Even now, people continue to build huge pilgrim rest houses. They don't know for how much longer this world will continue. They spend hundreds of thousands of rupees on building temples. How much longer will they remain? You know that they are about to be demolished. Baba never forbids you to build buildings, etc. Baba doesn't forbid you to build buildings. Of course, we have such new buildings. So during the final moments of the world, all the children can come and stay here. That's why such arrangements are being made. You can open a hospital come university in one of the rooms in your home. You can receive health, wealth, happiness for 21 births through this knowledge without any expense. You can receive health, wealth, happiness for 21 births through this knowledge without any expense. The original eternal deity religion gives a lot of happiness because you experience happiness for 3/4 quarter and you experience that sorrow for 1/4 quarter. We shout a lot because we don't have the experience. We don't have the habit of experiencing sorrow. So when you become Tamo Pradhan, you experience more sorrow. The more Tamo Pradhan people become, the more peacelessness and sorrow will increase in the world. People will experience a lot of sorrow and there will be cries of victory. Later, you children will see in a practical form that the destruction that you have seen in divine visions. Many have also had the visions of establishment. Baba has the key of granting divine visions. He just turns the key. We had brought a group of people to Baba. Baba, of course, takes that exam. So Baba asks all the brothers and sisters in the class that who wishes to have a vision. Because first of all, the Murli was based on the benefits of having such divine visions. Baba explained very clearly there is no benefit. Then Baba said Gulzar Dadi ji to take the list of the children to who wish to have visions. So many raised their hands afterwards. So Baba doesn't let children to just be at doesn't stop. He doesn't like children to stop anywhere because they very small children during the initial times of the creation of the sacrificial fire had many visions, though they didn't have the knowledge. So Baba says the more Tamo Pradhan people become, the more peacelessness and sorrow will increase in the world. People will experience a lot of sorrow and there will be cries of victory. Later, you children will see in a practical form the destruction that you have seen in divine visions. People of the world, they don't know that a little time is left. They feel that 40,000 years have left. So you can just be asleep in ignorance. Later, you children will see many also had the visions of establishment. Little daughters used to have many visions. You didn't have any of, though they didn't have any knowledge of that. This old world is definitely going to be destroyed and you children know only the Father comes and gives you your inheritance of heaven. However, you children then need to make effort to claim a high status. We didn't dream that we were the masters of the world because we forget. So when Baba reminded us, then it came into our awareness. The Father sits here and explains all of these things to you children. Those people don't know that only a short time now remains. The Father says, I am the bestower. I have come to bestow on you. And people say, O purifier, come and purify us. The Father says, at first you were so sensible and Sato Pradhan, you have become Tamo Pradhan. It has now entered your intellects that you used to rule the world. Previously, you didn't know that you are the masters of the world. You will definitely become that again. History and geography will repeat. The Father has explained that He came 5,000 years ago and made you into the masters of heaven. Then you came down the ladder of 84 births. These details aren't mentioned in any of the scriptures. Has Shiv Baba studied any scriptures? No. Baba explained to us children that the devotion, the knowledge and the disinterest, they are for what? They are meant for the householders. So when the reward of the knowledge is completed, then the devotion starts. Then after devotion, Baba comes and gives us the knowledge which will then let us develop that unlimited disinterest, because the knowledge given by the saints and sannyasis cannot that knowledge is not enough for us to have disinterest. So these things, whatever Baba explains, aren't mentioned in any of the scriptures. Has Shiv Baba studied any scripture? No. He is called the Almighty Authority of Knowledge. Those people study scriptures and they become the authorities of scriptures. Baba does a lot of effort and they sing, "Oh purifier, come." They go to bathe in the Ganges. Baba says on one hand he comes to teach, on the other side we say, "Baba, being a teacher, can you bless us?" So Baba says whatever Baba teaches, the one who is ever pure, he comes into this impure world and he adopts this impure body, and this is the biggest blessing. And because we have the sanskars of the devotion, that's why we always say, "Baba bless me, Baba have mercy on me." So Baba says, this is a school, nothing works out, you have to study. So Baba says they go to bathe in the Ganges. In fact, the devotion is for householders. The Father sits here and explains to you that they don't know who the bestower of salvation is. The Father explains, "You call out to me, O purifier, come, I purify you. I come here to teach you." Isn't it that you have to ask for blessings or mercy? Baba says, I have come to make you the masters of the world, to teach you and to make you worthy. What more do you ask for? And Baba says, I am the teacher. Why do you ask for mercy or blessings? You have been receiving blessings for many births. So Baba says, do you ask mercy from physical father or teacher? Now come and become the masters of the property of the mother and father. What other blessings could you receive? As soon as a child is born, he becomes a master of his father's property. Or do you ask your physical father to have mercy? There is no question of mercy. You have to just remember the Father. No one knows that Father is a point. The Father has now told you. Everyone calls out to that Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, God, the Father. Therefore, He is the Supreme Soul. He is the Supreme. All the rest are souls. Just making others as equal to yourself, that itself is the greatest task. So the Supreme Father comes and makes you equal to Himself. There is nothing else. Would it be in anyone's intellect that the unlimited Father, who is the creator of heaven, has come to make you into the masters of heaven? You now understand why Sri Krishna is shown holding a globe of heaven. A person's lifespan begins the moment he comes out of his mother's womb as a baby. Sri Krishna takes the full 84 births. His 84 births are counted from the moment he comes out of the womb. It takes him 30 to 35 years and to become Lakshmi or Narayan. Therefore, those 30 to 35 years have to be deducted from 5,000 years. You can't calculate anything for Shiv Baba. There is no time given for the moment Shiv Baba came. From the beginning, there have been visions. A Muslim who used to see gardens, etc. So Baba had a driver. He was a Muslim. He used to see the garden of Allah. Then he used to say in his experience that he used to get very good, wonderful fruits. No one had done that intense devotion, and they would go into trance on their own accord while sitting at home. Little daughters used to go to trance. Other people do so much devotion, intense devotion. The father sits here and personally explains to you, just look at your fortune. Such an unlimited father, he is personally sitting here and explaining to you. You children know that Baba has come from the faraway land. If someone comes from a faraway land, they just give that message to everyone. Just see, my teacher has to come from such a faraway land. So he enters this one and teaches us. So how much concern or care we should have for Baba and Baba's teachings. However, when you go outside, your intoxication reduces. If you were to remember, so does it happen? Whose intoxication reduces the moment you go out of the class? So we have few hands. So, okay, we don't have anyone. So Baba, we don't have anyone whose intoxication reduces. So if your intoxication reduces, then you have to check and take care that it will not reduce. So Baba, when takes Murli class, their intoxication just raises like anything. The moment they go out of the class, they become that soda water. So we shouldn't have that stage. We should have that permanent happiness. We can't forget such a father or teacher. One can't be called a student who forgets his teacher. Sometimes your intoxication reduces. If you were to remember these things, the mercury of your happiness would remain high, and you would also reach your karmatit stage. However, that takes time. Of course, it will take time. Now look, the Sri Krishna soul has this full knowledge in his last birth. Then when he comes out of the womb, he won't have even a penny worth of knowledge. The father comes and explains to you, Sri Krishna didn't play a flute. He didn't have this knowledge. If the masters of the world, he didn't play the flute of the knowledge, that was the physical one, which was studded with, of course, the gems. The father comes and explains to you, Sri Krishna didn't play a flute, he didn't have this knowledge. If the masters of the world, Lakshmi and Narayan, don't have the knowledge, how could the sages, holy men and sannyasis have this knowledge? So what do they say? They used to say that we don't know in the beginning, but nowadays they call themselves as God. So Baba says, when the masters of the world, Lakshmi and Narayan themselves, they didn't know, how could these sages and holy men know? They show him coming and floating on a people leaf in the ocean and doing this and that. How can a child come over that people leaf? Because Sri Krishna is the first leaf, that he is the first prince of the golden age. That is why he has been shown on that people leaf. That's why such stories are made. His father had put him in a basket and he just took him there. So Baba says, all of those things are tall stories that have written. When he put his foot in the river Ganges, the Ganges went down below. So Baba says, and we were entertained with such stories on the path of devotion. Just think about the things people make up with their imagination. The father now explains, don't believe any wrong things that people say. Many people study the scriptures, etc. The father says, forget everything that you have studied. You should forget even these bodies. This is when we have to forget this old body, then there is no point in listening to the things which are relevant or connected with the body. A soul shuts a body and takes another to play his part with a different name, form, land and costume. everyone's color, everyone's features are different. Now the father says this is a dirty costume and both the soul and body are impure. The soul is said to be ugly and beautiful. When the soul was pure, it was beautiful. Then by sitting on the pyre of lust, it became ugly. It's now being made to sit on the pyre of this knowledge by the Father. The purifier Father says, remember me, and the alloy will be removed. And the alloy is mixed in the soul. There is no other way of removing that alloy from the soul. That will be removed only when we remember the Father, because the yoga is compared with that fire, because that alloy gets burnt in that fire. At the end of the Iron Age, you are poor. In the Golden Age, you will build golden palaces. It's a wonder how much value diamonds have there. It's just like there are like stones there. How expensive diamonds are here. What's the value of diamonds? Of course, the diamonds are studded there. So Baba says, you are now filling your aprons with the jewels of knowledge from the Father. So it's written that plateful of jewels were brought out of the ocean. Because So Baba's each Murli is not a plate full of jewels, but it's a mine of jewels of knowledge. So just take one Murli and just study and see the depth of the knowledge or the version. So take as many as you want from the ocean. So the one who is giving, he is not tired. The one who is taking becomes tired. Even the minds become full. You have had visions. They show a play about Maya, the jinn. He saw bricks of gold lying there in the subtle region and thought that he would bring back with him. However, when he came down, there was nothing there. So when we see everything in the subtle region, when we are granted a vision, we see that fruits and mango juice, everything. So when we come down, there will not be anything physically here. So there you will build palaces with gold bricks. Have thoughts like this, so that your mercury of happiness rises. Give the Father's introduction. No one knows Shiv Baba also came 5,000 years ago. Instead of thinking rubbish, think about the things that Baba tells us about that new world. So our attention never goes towards that stones, matlab worthless things. So give the Father's introduction. No one knows that Shiv Baba also came 5,000 years ago. You know that he came 5,000 years ago and taught you Raj Yoga every cycle. He only teaches you alone. Those who come and become Brahmins then will become deities. Baba teaches his children only, not anyone else. Those who come and become Brahmins here then will become deities. They create a variety form image. They have made the top knot of Brahmins disappear from that. You will find different clans there, that is the deities, warriors, merchants and Shudras. They haven't mentioned that is the top knot, because above the top knot Shiv Baba's image should come. By saying Shiv Baba is omnipresent, they haven't created the Brahman clan. They have made the top knot of the Brahmins disappear from that. The Brahman clan is remembered as the most elevated clan. The top knot is the Brahmin and the face reflects the deities. Those who conquer their physical organs, they become deities. And the shoulders are compared with the warriors. What does a warrior do? They always get into the battle with Maya, and they don't have the victory. And the stomach is reflected for merchants because they make a lot of effort on the path of devotion, and the Shudras are just compared with the legs. They have a completely they have that downfall. So everything has a meaning, but they don't understand. The Brahman clan is remembered as the most elevated clan, and however they are physical Brahmins, whereas you are spiritual. So whatever has to be finished, that will not be remembered. Whatever is to come, that should be remembered. Baba says, Baba has come to take us back home. The Brahman clan, everyone is ready, and we all are ready to go with Baba. They create. So Baba says the Brahman clan is remembered as the most elevated clan, and however there are physical Brahmins, whereas you are spiritual. You relate the true story, and this is the story of true Narayan, the story of immortality. Baba is telling you the story of immortality, and he is making you immortal. The land of death is to be destroyed. Shiv Baba says, I have come to take you back. There will be many souls. When souls return home, there is no sound there. When there is a swarm of bees, they make so much noise. When there is that unity among animals or species, how much unity should be there among human beings? All the bees fly behind the queen bee. There is such great unity among them. The example of the buzzing moth is also taken here. You change human beings into the family path, and in this majorities of mothers, and therefore it is said that salutations to the mothers. Baba also salutes to you mothers, and you have to appreciate yourselves. A big round of applause to you. A Brahma Kumari is one who enables others to receive the inheritance for 21 births from the father. Of course, you are a mother, but if you are a Brahma Kumari, you will enable others to receive the inheritance for 21 births from the father. The father gives the inheritance of constant happiness. Those who do service, study well, will become the masters. Is it better to become a king or a servant? Anyone wishes to become a servant? No one. At the end, you will come to know everything about what are you going to become. What will you do at that time? You can't do anything, and there will be repentance. Whatever can be done, it can be done now. So what will you become, that also will be known, and there will be repentance. Why didn't I follow Srimad? What's the benefit? No, nothing. The father says follow Srimad. You shouldn't accept a room from someone who offers it for you to open a center and who at the same time continues to eat meat, etc. One would be a charitable soul, whereas the other would be a sinful soul. Therefore, the place wouldn't become an ashram. Baba says such things can't be opened in impure places. If you are creating heaven in your home, if we ourselves are in hell and we will try to create a heaven, it's not possible. Some do such mistakes we shouldn't actually do. If you are creating heaven in your home, you also have to be in heaven. Don't just rely on blessings. Remember the Father. He will purify you and take you back home with him. He will not take impure souls back with him. Then the Dharmaraj rule comes into existence there. You should have a lot of happiness because you are winning such a big lottery. The more you remember the Father, the more your sins will be absolved. No one in the world can love you as much as the Father does. We all have this experience. We all lose ourselves because the basis of this life itself is the godly love. If Baba hadn't given that much love, we wouldn't be in a position to even understand the knowledge. He's called the ocean of love. You also have to become like him. If you cause anyone sorrow or upset anyone, you will die in sorrow. If you cause sorrow to anyone, you will die in sorrow. Baba is not cursing you by saying this, but he is merely explaining to you. Baba explains the deep karma philosophy. Whatever we give to others, we will definitely receive the return. Whatever seeds are sown today, tomorrow the fruits will be received. So tomorrow, if you give happiness, you will receive happiness, or vice versa. Today I speak something bad, so today I may be happy, but tomorrow afterwards we feel oh, we have heard the innocent one. We get the vibrations of what that pain or the suffering of that soul. So when we give sorrow to anyone, we will also die in sorrow. So Baba is not cursing you by saying this. He is merely explaining to you. Give happiness and you will remain happy. Love everyone. He is the ocean of love. To you, sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the Mother, Father, and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you, spiritual children, and we spiritual children also offer love, remembrance, and say good morning, Namaste to the Mother, Father, and Bap Dada. The one who tells Namaste to us, we also say Namaste. How humble Baba is. The essence for Dharna, the first one, if you can't remember Baba much, only remember 2-3 things. Don't trust any wrong things said by others. Forget whatever wrong things you have studied and now practice becoming bodiless. Don't even think about the past or the wrong things. Second, don't just rely on blessings. Also make yourself pure. Nothing will happen just by blessings. Follow the Father at every step. Never cause anyone sorrow. Don't upset anyone. You can't upset anyone. If your nature itself is to get upset, then how do you interact with everyone? You will upset yourself as everyone and everyone. Blessing, may you be completely faithful and break away from everyone else and connect yourself to the one on the basis of your having true love. May you be completely faithful and break away from everyone else and connect yourself to the one on the basis of your having true love. You completely faithful children don't have anyone except the Father, Father's task, the Father's praise, or the Father's knowledge in your thoughts and dreams. Such souls are considered to be completely faithful. You have to belong to the one Father and none other. Let the love of your intellect be constantly connected to the one. You will then not be colored by the company of many. Because God's company is so firm, because once you connect with Him, once your intellect gets connected with the one, there will not be any influence of others. So your first promise is, I will break away from everyone else and connect myself to you, that is only to the one. To fulfill this promise means to be completely faithful. We must break away from everyone else and connect to the one, because we made this promise on the path of devotion. Baba, when you come, we will connect ourselves to you. Slogan: the original stage of your truth will make you complete and perfect amid adverse situations. The truth has that much power which will make you complete and perfect even amidst. If my stage is based on the truth, then we will become complete, perfect, irrespective of the situations. And that will not stop us from going towards that perfect stage. Today's object signal constantly experience an unshakable and immovable and constant stage. By remembering that you are the children of the highest on high Father, your stage will remain constant and stable. The highest on high Father, of course, we being his children, our stage should remain constant and stable. When you have all relationships with the one, your stage will be constant and stable. So when we have relationships with many, then stage also just fluctuates. Because the moods of the people will just fluctuate, and my stage also gets fluctuated. If the string of relationship is pulled towards someone else, you will not have a constant and stable stage. So in order to make your stage constant and stable, don't look at anyone except the one. Baba says you shouldn't see even while seeing. If we have the habit of looking at the West or hearing the West, then we cannot have the constant and stable stage. That's why Baba says don't look at the rubbish, or don't speak rubbish, or don't listen even, and don't even think about that. We had some discussions with the brothers here. Brothers said that last time we had made some programs for the yoga, that it was even sent to all the centers. So all the programs which are sent to the centers, those were not known to the brothers here, and they said that the Patra Pushp or whatever it is, we always read it out in the class, because we don't have that system of informing you. So when you just tell us about the things which are sent to the centers, we will also plan our schedules like that. You all have the experience of the present time. Of course, you must be cautioned what has to be done. One of the letters has been sent to the centers, and just listen. Om Shanti. Just like respected Didi said, I will just read out the letter later. All the brothers and sisters of BK Colony will reach Kamal Kunj after the Murli class. There is some work going on beside Gyan Murti, and all the vehicles which are parked there will have to be parked anywhere else. All the brothers and sisters who have got the slips, you will just come into the meeting hall behind the conference hall, where the trans messenger sister will come and meet all of you. And the evening meditation from 6 to 8 will be in Dadiji's meeting hall. And there is a GB Modi hospital which is near to the gate number 1. There is the screening and the basic checkups can be done, and save yourselves from that cancer. With regard to the appeal of the Prime Minister, this letter was sent on 11th May. Om Shanti. The situations of the today draw our attention, and they are always prone to changes. Where Prime Minister has appealed the citizens of the nation to use the resources in the best possible way, and we have few here points which have to be considered. There are some 5-6 aspects which have to be considered. So the first one, you should use your vehicles only when they are actually required, when there is that emergency. Otherwise you shouldn't use the vehicles. So you have to plan that the vehicle, the seating capacity of the vehicle is utilized completely. You can just ensure that the seats are occupied if you are traveling through vehicle. So the third one, we have to ensure that the usage of the fuel comes to 50%, and we have to use as minimum as the possible. The fourth one, considering the present situations or the current situations, we have to keep at least 6 months our materials or the household items or the medicine or money, anything, so that we will not be tensed during emergencies. The fifth one, so we have to bring to a halt few of the services. So you can just have all the services at your respective places, or you can have the gatherings or mass gatherings, tapasya programs, because the coming time is completely sensitive, so we have to be very cautious. First priority will be given to the spiritual service. During this time, the Raj Yoga meditation and the Shanti parade or the Yoga Tapasya, much more attention should be paid on these things. We all Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris, through our following the principles, we must become an examples of radiating those values and that power. This is the most elevated service to the nation. Let's be responsible and adopt such lifestyle, and let's provide that wishes or the vibrations of harmony, unity, and we must renunciate and do tapasya. And this letter was sent by Karuna brother. Let's offer book to Baba. Santosh Didi was just relating one of the previous scenes that when the war between India and China took place, at that time it was announced that we will not have one meal, that is afternoon meal. So we must extend that support to the nation. That's why we must have to, I think at that time we had 2 meals. That was the way we could support one meal to some other person. So let's offer book to Baba. Om Shanti today. I reached the subtle region to offer book to Baba. As I reached near to Baba, today in the subtle region, there were very decorated plates of bhog being kept in front of Baba. Baba said, child, on this Satguru Var, that is today, it's a special day. All the centers and Baba's home and all the places, Baba just takes a tour around all these things. And of course he accepts the bhog. Just like in the beginning, how Baba just made the foundation of Gyan and Yoga very firm. The foundation was very strong. But according to the current times, of course we are doing service, but when it comes to the effort and the pilgrimage of remembrance, Baba looks at the chart of the children and Baba says that whichever child is sitting at whatever place, wherever, irrespective whether it's a small or big place, everyone is doing the service, everyone is making the effort. While saying this, Baba just showed us a pool. So in that, people were just like the sacrificial fire is there, people just give their weaknesses and they sacrifice those weaknesses and flaws and other negative things. So Baba in the same way he explained that just like that sacrificial fire is created, they just relate the story and they make the effort for a duration of 7 to 15 days and they perform donations. But when the final sacrifice is given in this sacrificial fire, whatever flaws, the weaknesses one has, they just seek forgiveness and they just sacrifice those things into that sacrificial fire. In the same way, Baba also is looking at the effort, the yoga and the service according to the current times. So children have to pay attention on the effort and the sacrificial fire which is created by Baba. So many children have just sacrificed their weaknesses and the flaws, and the children have done. This sacrificial fire just continues, and children will also make effort. They also do yoga, service as well. When it comes to the weakness or the flaws of the children, that must be also sacrificed. we must finish to the extent we finish this. Then the sparkle and the radiance that you get from yoga, that gets reflected through yoga. So this shows what is the wish of the Father. And what is emerging from that sacrificial fire, very beautiful things are getting emerged. That is the angels and other things. Baba just shows us the scene. The shine or the radiance, the divinity must be visible in you children's behavior or on your faces. So which will let the world think that the fortune, if it is, that is the fortune of you children, that gets visible only from our faces. So the Bhog was in front of Baba. Baba accepted Bhog. Then Baba said on the own Satgurwar, different types of remembrance and wishes will reach Baba in the subtle region from different children. Of course, Baba also smiles. If children don't tell Father everything, whom can they tell? So children always make themselves very light and easy after giving everything to the Father. Of course, Baba listens. So all the love and the remembrance which was given by all the rest of all the souls, that was also given to Baba. And while carrying out that love and remembrance from Baba, I reached the physical world. Let's listen to the teachings of respected Dadi Gulzar Ji. If you walk hand in hand, then whose hand is it? It is Srimat. Walk with Baba by holding the hand of Srimat. This hand is not the physical one which will move, but the one which walks along with him. What must that one do? Baba has become an angel. Brahma Baba has become incorporeal. Baba, of course, is incorporeal. Even Brahma Baba has now become an angel, and if we have to go along with him, so what must we become? We too must become angels. Om Shanti.